I'm not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for Life in UK test, part 425, while doing a lunch training. And if you participate in the lunch training, that's at your own risk. So we wanted to go now to the films and let's go over it and to go over it again. Music and theater, art, architecture. Why art, architecture, music, film, theater, leisure? Films. Okay, films. The UK has had a major influence on modern cinema. Films were first shown publicly in the UK in 1896. So when were films first shown in the UK? 1896. Did I just say 19? 1896. 1896. They became popular, and from the beginning, British filmmakers were famous for clever special effects, and this continues to be an area of British expertise. There were many actors, still as today, from the early days, working in the United Kingdom and in the United States of America. For example, Sir Charles Chaplin, or Charlie Chaplin, famous in silent movies for his tramp character. Maybe we're going to ask which actor is famous in silent movies for his tramp character, Charlie Chaplin or Sir Charles Chaplin. And he's one of many British actors who made a career in Hollywood. Okay. British studios flourished in the 1930s. Eminent directors including Sir Alexander Corder and Sir Alfred Hitchcock. So just the name named, nothing to explain. Sir Alexander Corder, because I was a bit wondering, not really wondering. Yes, I was, because I didn't know it. The explanation is here. There was nothing except the name. He was an eminent director, and I still don't know what eminent is. I know eminent threat, that means it's urgent. Eminent directors include Sir Alexander Corder and Sir Alfred Hitchcock, who later left for Hollywood and remained an important film director until his death in 1980. We could have written something about Alexander Corder instead of the thing which I already twice said. It was a bit unnecessary to say that. So, Sir Alexander Corder. He was an eminent director. During the Second World War, British movies, for example, In Which We Serve, played an important part in boosting morale. Are we going to ask something so complex? The movie In Which We Serve, what was it used for? Or what was a byproduct of it? Or what was the motivation of doing it? Boosting the morale. In Which We Serve. I haven't seen the movie, but In Which We Serve, the title to serve for the country, when it is not conquered by Nazi Germany. In Which We Serve. Later British directors, including Sir David Lean and Sir Ridley Scott, found great success in both the UK and internationally. The 1950s and 60s were a high point for British comedies, including Passport to Pimlico, The Lady Killers, and later Carry On films. So we have three operas by Jill Van Sullivan. The Mikado, HMS Piano 4, and The King of Penzancio. I don't know, but it was something like that. Now we're having here three comedies. For example, Passport to Pimlico, The Lady Killers, and the Carry On films. These are 15 or so. Passport to Pimlico. And where's where? Next to Busan's. Passport to Pimlico, The Lady Killers, and Carry On films. Many of the films now produced in the UK are made by foreign companies using British expertise. Some of the most commercially successful films of all time, including two of the highest grossing film franchises, Harry Potter and James Bond, have been produced in the UK. So, for example, we're going to ask which very successful film series were produced in the United Kingdom. And the right question will be when Harry Potter or James Bond. Ealing Studios has claimed to being the oldest continuously working film studio facility in the world. We're not going to ask something like that. Just in a long section of one sentence after another, which have nothing to do with the previous or the next one. Just somewhere in between, the Ealing Studios are the oldest in the world. If it would be listed, when we would go for it, do we know all the things listed there? And oh no, we don't know it. But here, a sentence. Ealing Studios. They might going to ask for Ealing Studios. Ealing Studios. And what are the Ealing Studios doing? They are claiming to be the oldest continuously working film studio facility in the world. Let's simplify that. Let's just believe them. Oh yeah, we're writing that's so complex. Is there any doubt that we are not? Ealing Studios, oldest continuously working film studio facility in the world. Ealing Studios, oldest film studio. That's enough for the test. We're not going to ask for it anymore. There's nothing to confuse with. We ourselves, we could study it. We can interview and go there, asking questions. What's the problem? And assume just claim they are not. We are. And then we might going to have to prove that they are. Okay. Britain continues to be particularly strong in special effects and animation. It was already here. Clever special effects. One example is the work of Nick Park. There we have Nick Park, who has won 4 Oscars for his animated films. Nick Park, there he was named. He's making special effects and animation also, and he has won 4 Oscars. 3 nominees for Wallace and Gromit. Who's doing Wallace and Gromit? Nick Park. Who has got 4 Oscar nominations for special effects? Nick Park. What has Nick Park done? Special effects and animations. Name one British person, or which of these persons has an Oscar for animation? Nick Park. Nick Park, animation for Oscars, Wallace and Gromit. Then there are a bunch of actors: Lawrence Oliver, David Niven, Cedric Saracen, Lawrence Oliver, Richard Burton, and they're starring in a wide variety of popular films. British actors continue to be popular and continue to win awards throughout the world. And then there's the BAFTA. So these were the films. If you're purchasing for that, you can go directly to the next part, and then we will start to go from page to page through our book and look what we still know, if we know everything, or at least most things, and then we repeat it a little bit. Now we're going to do lunch training. If you participate in lunch training, that is it. What are we doing? We're warming up. We're doing the mushroom. Leg up and front foot down. And the other leg up and point the foot down. And now the trunking glide. Again. Again. And in. And out. And in, crossing the legs. And out. And now the first exercise. Then we're relaxing wide apart. We're doing the 6-pack squat squeeze. We're going into quarter squat. And we're pressing against the top part of the leg, just one. Over to the other side and press again. Down into half squat and press at the middle of the leg. And on the other side. And we're going down into 3/4 squat and we're pressing close to the knee. And on the other side. And now, the fastest giraffe is the water pond. We are in the legs staying wide apart. We're going down into 3/4 squat, we're pressing against the knee, and we're going towards the knee. Again, pressing, and towards the knee. Again, and again, and again, and again. Last 2. Now the propeller. Legs are standing wide apart. We're going down into full squat. The arms to the outside. We're going down, pressing against the leg. We're looking up to the other hand. We're having a little bend at the elbow. Into the middle. Over to the side. Press against the leg. Into the middle, and now. Now to the lunges. We're going into 90-90 lunge, so both legs are having 90 and 90 degrees. Both legs I have just 90 degrees. We are tall up with the back and we're pressing with the inside against the knee. And over to the other side. Again, 90-90, tall up with the back and press from the inside against the knee. Over to the other side. 90 135 degree lunge. Tall up with the back and we're pulling the leg out. Over to the other side. 90 degree 135 degree lunge. Tall up with the back and pull the leg out. And over to the other side. 90 degree 150 degree lunge, tall up with the back, and pull at the top of a shin bone. And over to the other side. 90 degree 150 degree lunge, tall up with the back, and pull at the top of a shin bone. And last exercise, REG jump. Full lunge, tall up with the back, and pull at the top of the shin bone. And over to the other side. Full lunge, tall up with the back, and pull at the top of the shin bone. And now we're stretching. One leg with the heel into the ground, we're going down and pulling the toes up. And the other leg with the heel into the ground and we're pulling the toes up. And now we're doing the clap in the morning. Legs are standing shoulder wide apart, we're breathing in and lifting the arms up. And out we're going down with the arms, we're opening the chest to the sky and breathing out. Again, in it. And out and down. Again, in. Clasp the feet, clasp my hands, breathe in. And out and lean back, now with closed hands, breathe in the wind. Breathe again in into the middle. And out, we're leaning back. And again in into the middle. And we're doing the down diving dolphin. Now bend the left knee and bring the heel of the right leg to the right and turn with the body to the right. Now bring the toes of the right leg to the right and turn with the body to the left. And both feet again parallel and both legs straight. Bend the right leg and bring the heel of the left leg to the left and turn with the body to the left. Bring the toes of the left leg to the left and go with the body to the right. Both legs again straight and crossed. We're breathing in and doing the up diving swan. Closing the hands, bring them down. So try to get it and we're breathing in. Out. Out. Now breathe in and we're closing the legs. And out. But it was lunch training. And we will going to continue the next part. It was of course just a joke which I said about GXKIUEOL Studios, which I thought to see expressed. I thank you very much and until next time.